The changes, maybe just the loose trio, the reasons behind that.
Eli Snyman is unfortunately out. He hurt his shoulder last week. We thought he will be ready, but he's not ready. He didn't make the fitness test. And then Tony Steenkamp still struggle with concussion, so we're not going to play this weekend. That's why we made that change as we move Andrew to lock, and then bring in Tamagawa and Johannes Kirsten.
I take it a guy like Rudolf Smith still not ready as well.
Rudolf only had 2 weeks of training after his long injury, so he's still not, I don't think he's fit enough. He needs some game time, so we'll hopefully get him some game time out of 23 in the near future.
You obviously don't have a feature then. I know that everybody's job is to obviously take the breakdown, but it's not something you're worried about against the team.
I think they also got a big back, a huge loose forward, so I'm happy with the team that's league.
Pote, it seems like a bit of a crisis developing at lock. Can you just tell us the situation with some of the other guys like Andrew Stassen, who we haven't seen yet, and then just I think Giannis has played lock before in the past. If you can just tell us why you've moved Andrew to lock and not Giannis.
I think Andrew recently played for Stade de France at lock, so he's used to that. Then Stassen is still there. I mean, he's still there till the end of March. I know they want to keep him there, so that's a decision that the board must make. And then unfortunately also Aston Fortuyn injured his toe on Tuesday, so he's not available for this weekend. And then you still got a guy like Ruan Norkia, the youngster, is also available, so there is some depth left. So but also I think RG will be back maybe the next game against the Chiefs or the week after that.
Goed, as jy sê, dis 'n bietjie van 'n karaktertoets so vroeg in die seisoen, maar jy het klomp skuwe in ons posisie uit.
Ag, dit is seker 'n toets vir die ouens, maar ek dink die ouens is baie opgewonde. Jy weet, ons terug op loftes. Ons het 2 goeie wenne gehad, maar ons weet die Sharks is as het 'n goeie pak. Hulle kom van 'n verloor af terug, jy weet, so dit gaan moeilik wees. Hulle het 'n regtig 'n goeie span. So dit gaan taaf wees, maar ek is regtig opgewonde. Ek dink almal, jy weet, die ouetjies wat inkom wil rugby speel. Hulle met ouens soos Johannes en Tamagawa, jy weet, ons gee ook vir iemand 'n geleentheid om te begin. So hulle is almal opgewonde, hulle wil graag rugby speel en wys wat hulle kan doen.
André, neem jy nou die kapteinskap vir die res van die seisoen?
Ja, definitief. Andrew, ek kry al antwoord. Ja, Andrew is definitief ons kaptein vir die res van die seisoen. Ek dink hy het 'n goeie werk gedoen. Hy hou die ouens kalm en jy weet, hy ken die game en hy dikteer en weet hy's world class. So ek is baie bly om Andrew as kaptein te hê vir die res van die seisoen.
Just how big a blow though is it to lose Lewitt, who's playing so well?
Oh, and he's also world class. I mean, he's a line-out expert, and he's a good ball player. He's a good rugby player, guys. And for him, I think it's best for him now to get that right for the World Cup for his future. So it's a huge loss, but that opened doors for other guys like Eli Snyman last week showed that there's guys in the wings that really want to put up their hands.
Goed, iemand in Embrus wat omruil het ons is verkos is of is dit?
Nee, dit is maar net, weet ons moet altyd skerp kom. Ons sit nog met André Horner ook wat wag vir 'n geleentheid, jy weet, so ons moet vir Ivan 'n bietjie speel. Al 2 springbokke, jy weet, so ons wil hulle almal skerp hou.
Pote, Rassie het gister gesê hy het met al die afrigters gepraat en benadruk hoe belangrik dit is dat die senior bokke 'n ruskans kry in Super Rugby. Is dit 'n bietjie van 'n balancing act met 'n ou soos Loot wat nou uit is? Jy weet, iewers gaan jy vir André en vir Dwayne moet adres, as dit so 'n bietjie van...
Nee, dit is moeilik op hierdie stadium fokus ons op hierdie naweek se wedstryd en dan sal ons daarna begin kyk, jy weet, maar ja, ons het ook eendag met Rassie, jy weet, dit is so, hulle het lang jare voor die met die wêreldbeker wat kom, so ons sal hulle probeer bestuur waar moontlik is, of ons moet hulle bestuur en ek sal definitief kyk na hulle werkslading.
Coach, in terms of consistency in style of play, how far or close is your team to getting that consistency?
No, I think so. I think the way we play against the Stormers and the Lions last weekend, that's the way we want to play. It's just also it's what the opposition present to you. I mean, we want to play what's on, and that's for Andre to decide in the field.
Coach, obviously being a World Cup year, Rassie would have said to you that maybe the workload on the Springboks must not be too much. So how would you say maybe you balance between load shedding within the Springbok players in the team, and also sending the best possible team out on any given Saturday?
It's a difficult one. I think, as I said, I wanted to get the first 4 games out of the way. Next week we've got a bye, and then I will start planning and see where can I rest a guy like Andre, a guy like Skalk, and those guys. So we will plan according to next week.
But you said that you kind of also adjust according to the opposition that you have in front of you. How much different is the challenge that the Sharks will kind of pose you guys?
I think the Sharks got a very good pack, and they will come to try and take us up front. And then they got the Brett that fly off that can dictate the game if you've got front foot ball. But also Africans, we know how the Sharks are playing. We know how the Lions are playing. What's their strong points and weak points. So we will see on Saturday.
Do you feel like the Sharks kind of play a similar sort of game plan to you guys, and does it make it easier for you or harder for you?
It depends on what team they put out there on Saturday.
Andre, you're so quiet over there. Andre, you've now faced the other top flyers in the country already. Does it ever get? Is it ever in your mind a personal battle of you coming out on top of them, or is the team coming first?
No, it's always a team, definitely. And once you start focusing on those things, it goes south pretty quickly. So just focus on the team. Team does well. Everybody does their jobs. Get the result, and it will take care of itself.
Obviously, the captaincy was unexpected. Is it putting more weight on your shoulders, or is it making you play better?
No, it's not extra weight. I mean, we still have a good leadership group. Even though we've lost Lloyd, our captain, we've still got a great group of leaders, and it's always been a group, almost group role. It was never just Lloyd making all the calls and not just me. It was always the group deciding together. So I mean, we just keep on doing that.
Andre, you had a great tactical game against the Lions with the Britain net. How much easier is it to do that on your home ground? Is it quite a big advantage that you just know the sort of dimensions of the field, that sort of thing?
It helps a bit. It helps a bit playing in your backyard, but I mean it's not that big a deal. So that I would say it's a massive advantage for us going to the weekend. It's still just 4 lines. It's still a stadium, and there's still going to be people in the crowd shouting and screaming.
Pote, mens kon nie help om agter te kom dat jy op 'n manier half teruggeval het na tradisionele Bulls rugby die afgelope tyd, baie meer voor gespeel het en die skop rugby gespeel het. Hoe belangrik is 'n ou soos Trevor op hierdie stadium dat hy moet hou, want ek meen, kom ons wees nou maar eerlik, die oomblik as Trevor afgaan, dan sukkel jy op skraap.
Trevor is 'n baie goeie vaskop. Jy weet, ons wil hom ook moet bestuur, ons wil hom ook moet hulle kansie opstaan. Hy kan nie al die wedstryde speel nie, so hy is baie belangrik. Ek dink net, jy weet, enige wedstryd word voor gewen of verloor, jy weet, en ons maak dit makliker vir die agterspelers, jy weet, en daar vat Pote oor en hy besluit of ons hardloop of ons skop. Ons gaan nie met 'n skop gesindheid op die veld te sien, nou gaan ons alles wegskop en net, jy weet, as die geleenthede daar sal ons rugby speel. Ek weet in die WP het ons 4-3 gedruk, ons Saterdag 2 gedruk, jy weet, so ek dink die ouens wat dink ons speel ou Bulls rugby vir ons skop en defend, dis definitief waar nie. Ons gaan met 'n attacking mindset op die veld. Dis ons vir rugby speel. Dit is die enigste manier ons mense gaan terugkry op beloftes.
Andre, julle het jy het baie klein gegee voor die tyd, die eerste ronde van die Super Rugby voor die baie. Julle gaan Saterdag wen met julle in die eerste maand al 3 ander franchises gewen. Het 'n lekker vooruitsig geweest.
Ja, verseker. Ek dink beide spanne het 'n baie volgende week, so dit Saterdag gaan die manne alles op die veld los van hy vol 80 gaan. So dit sal great wees, maar weer eens is nie ons fokus nie. Ons gaan net in hierdie naweek nog om met momentum in die baie gaan. Dis ons fokus. As ons al die Suid-Afrikaanse spanne kan wen soos ons geleentheid het nou, sal dit lekker wees. Dit sal great wees om een oor 'n land te kry, maar ja, ons fokus nie op daai tipe goed nie. Ons fokus net op hierdie naweek en momentum so groot in die kompetisie en jy moet op goeie voet op die baie gaan, anders slaag dit 'n lang 2 weke voor jy kan regmaak.
Andre, dit maak sekerlik 'n opvolgende vraag 'n verskil dat julle juis hierdie wedstryd op lofte speel.
Ja, definitief. Is altyd lekker hier by loftes. Ons doen goed hierso. Saterdag is weer 'n verskriklike harde derby teen verskriklike goeie span. So ons gaan moet uitkom en ons gaan moet alles gee, ons gaan moet skerp wees. Ek kan nie vir hulle geleenthede gee nie, gaan jy agter die paal sit.
Andre, only 2 teams unbeaten in Super Rugby, and also results just all over the place. Quite unexpected. What do you make of this up and down kind of start to the season?
Yeah, I wouldn't be betting on any Super Rugby games. Just throw your money away. It's a 50-50. So But it's something that would alarm a few teams because you need consistency. You can't be up and down like this. And that's why we always say consistency, and you guys mentioned it as well. Everybody's striving for it. It's the toughest competition in the world. That's it. It's a very good reason for that, and the results show it's 14 teams going at it very hard every weekend. But you got to get that consistency, otherwise it's going to be a long year.
Coach, with regards to the fixtures, if you could pick your fixtures, what would be the easy games and the more difficult games?
No, there's no easy game. There's definitely no easy games. As the song will show, there's no easy games. I mean, the Chiefs struggle at this stage, but they will be ready when they come here after our break. They've got 2 huge games over New Zealand the next 2 weeks, and there's no easy games in this competition. And I'm speaking out of experience. You can't think there's an easy game in this competition.
Pote, you mentioned not wanting to kick and defend, but the defence against the Lions, especially in that second half, was really, really good. How important is defence going to be against a side like the Sharks, who they like to carry the ball and those offloads? And
no, definitely. I mean, we concentrate hard on our defence, especially with the new team. As you say, the new team, all the new guys coming in. So we worked hard. I mean, since the beginning of our campaign, we said the defence can win championships, and at this stage I'm very proud of the way the guys commit and their attitude towards our defence.
Is line speed the sort of key part of the defence, and obviously the communication that has to go with that?
No, there's quite a lot of stuff. Line speed is one of them, and communication and connection and everything, so you still have to make your tackles.
But just obviously that also plays into, I suppose, I know you're going to tell me it's rotation, Ivan and Ambrose, but Ivan's speed behind the scrum there is also quite an important factor.
No, definitely. I mean, he got a good boot. I mean, that's one of his strengths. So we must use it if required this weekend.
Coach, the Sharks still have to name their team, I think, tomorrow. Once they do, does it in any way influence the 15 you've already putting out for Saturday?
No, definitely not. I mean, we focus on what we can do and think what they will bring, and that's it. We don't worry about who they pick and who their side is.
Thank you very much.
Okay.